So it's sort of on the back side of that fence, isn't it? On the other side of that house. Oh, do I need my meter? Yeah. Doubt very much they're going to pop the bonnet and start the car so I can test the alternator.
You're there to check the car.
Oh, sure, I'll grab my meter then. Hold that. You alright, honey? 2:45. Is that the right one? That's the right one. Hiya, my name's Mark. John Murphy from Central Car Company has asked me to pop around and have a quick look at the car for you, and also have a listen and see what solutions we can come up with. So,
Okay.
is Neeti or Gauravs about?
Yes, I'm Neeti.
Oh, hi Neeti. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay for me to have a quick look at the car? I brought the meter around to have a look at the voltage of your battery and see what we can come up with, or.
Okay. Okay, just hold on.
Sure. Not a bad little thing for 2.8, is it? Definitely. It's a good luck symbol. It's what Hindus do. It's a good luck symbol they put on anything new they've bought. That's what Cal had done. on their new oven that keeps their pies warm. And I went up to it and quickly scrubbed it out. And then I told him he'd need to put it back up there again. So that's the brakes. No daycare today, honey. You right? Hi. Sorry about that. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
So you came from...
Oh, no, this is my wife. We were just in the area, and John asked me to call round and have a quick look at the voltage of the battery and the alternator and see what's going on there. And,
Okay, that's good, but...
and personally listen to you. And
Yeah.
I've read through the complaint and stuff that you put through, and it sounds like the main thing is communication.
Yeah, one more thing. You should need to call me because today she is sick. That's why I took a day off.
Oh, honestly, it was just because we're in the area, and John said stop by this address.
So
and I already had the documents. So.
First, I need your name, please.
Sure.
Name, your phone number, if you can, please.
Just pass this to my wife.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you can hold it.
Oh, yeah, I will
just
hold it.
wait a minute.
Yeah. Just hold it.
It's me.
And please mention date and time as well.
Oh, sure.
Please, sorry.
What?
Today is, I think, 21st. Yeah.
Yes, that'd be right. 21st September 2022. Time roughly just after 2, I think. Say 2:15.
Okay, yeah.
Just can swap
So
you.
that's the car. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and it seems to be from what you were filing on the report that it's like every 2 months you were having problems.
Not once actually. I got a problem next 2 and 3 days.
Oh yes, you had the initial noise and then you went round and he went for a little drive around, is that right? From what I was reading?
Yes, and the engine light and ASB light is blinking on the...
Oh, the ABS light?
Yeah.
The airbag system. Does it start? Is it alright to start? Alright, just start. 15255. No ABS lights on at the moment, but just, if it's alright, just let it run and see if the ABS light comes on.
Yeah. It's come on anytime.
Because sometimes it takes a wee while for the computer to do its little checks first before the sensor comes up with an issue or a connection.
Sometimes it's coming, sometimes it's not coming. Yeah, the engine light is also it's coming.
Sorry?
We attached the, actually we checked with the one of mechanic, we attached the report with
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah. So
I see they did all the checks and whatnot. They would have just hooked up the little meter to it and run the diagnostics on it. So you're getting just over 14 volts there
yes,
with it
because-
running.
Yeah, because if you check my report,
Yes.
before on the last day, we in Ellerslie there is a one workshop. They charge full battery whole night that time because
it's-
my car was stopped middle on the road.
Yeah.
So that was a near workshop. I called him
Right.
and he just took my battery out and charged
Fully
there.
charged it,
Yeah,
put it back
and-
in, and you
yeah.
haven't used it since,
No.
so obviously it hasn't had a chance to discharge, because
Yes.
if the alternator's faulty, you'll normally notice that more in the winter time, in the winter months, because you're using your lights more.
Yes,
But
he-
it'll wear
he-
that battery's full charge down over
He
a couple of
advises
months. and-
some alternative is not properly
Exactly.
working.
So if the alternator's not putting enough charge back
Yeah.
up into the battery, and it's
The reason
it's
is
slowly
that-
going to dribble down.
Why is the reason that? Because that day I drive from here, I drop
Yeah.
her in daycare,
Yes.
and I was driving on the Great South Road near to my office.
Right.
All of a sudden it stopped,
Just dead on you.
dead, full dead.
So your power steering and everything gone, no brakes.
Yeah, no brake, nothing.
Oh, that's
Or
not
I'm
good.
stuck on the road. Someone
just check
came
the-
and
check
just
the
put
gauge.
me, took the car and threw the side. And
You're
then-
lucky it wasn't a 4x4. That would have been a bit of a push.
Then I stop mechanic
Yeah.
and he checked everything and he suggests us this alternative issue because if car is running, battery should be charged automatically.
I agree. There should be about 14, 15 volts coming out of the alternator, because the battery usually likes about 13.5, 13.8.
Yes. So that is why that is showing is 14.
Yeah,
now,
it's 14 now because the
of
battery.
full charge
Exactly.
whole night. That was is showing.
Sure.
We are not feeling safe at this moment to
No,
drive
I
the car
totally
because
understand.
I need to drop
You don't
her.
need it, considering
Yeah.
it's already conked on you in
Yes.
Great South Road.
Yes.
I totally understand
Yes, so we need an alternator, but what he is going to do it, because we are facing the problem from next 2-3 days.
Right.
We've been to John as well.
Yeah.
Might be he remember us.
that. Yeah.
So
You apparently for a drive, and he reckoned
Yes.
it was sort of, that's what you get for that sort of dollars, was the attitude. Yeah.
no, he didn't give us anything, but he said you don't expect too much with the car because you spend only 2,800 on it.
Right,
We are totally agree with that.
Sure.
Yeah, we are not spending too much money, but
Sure.
it's
But-
worth to go my place, solve my purpose.
Yeah. Of course. So,
Because that's why we bought this car. But now is this issue, and now what I'm doing, I'm just leaving her. I'm going by bus.
Yeah.
I'm in the morning. I'm just taking her in depot in the daycare with the pram.
Yeah.
Drop a pram there, then go to the Pakuringa Plaza to catch
Yeah.
the bus, then go to the
That
Green.
must be
It's
terrible
not
in
good.
the rain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's hard for
Okay.
me. It's
Wait, yeah.
nothing for us now. That's it's a dump now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Well,
I'm
it's
not
just
saving-
because you've lost confidence in it, basically.
Yes, I'm not trusting him. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
at least until something gets sorted. I mean, because myself, I fix my own cars. So when he's saying it's like an alternator problem myself, I'm just, I just go to Zebra, pick up another alternator and put it in myself.
Yeah,
but not everybody's
Yeah.
got that ability.
Because that technician, they give us like $1,000 for repair the alternator.
Did they give you a quote or anything? Because I noticed there was nothing in there.
No, he just mentioned. I think if you check the report, they mentioned the alternator is it, but
Yeah.
he give us a roughly verbally quotation.
Okay.
674
For the alternator, yeah.
and 300 for labor.
Labour. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just gave us this quotation, so
That'd be for a brand
$1,000.
new alternator.
Yeah, of course. I would.
Yeah, that's a
I
brand
would
new.
guess
Yeah,
that. Would.
that's a new alternator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll report back to John. I mean, to me, that. So I give you the keys back. Excuse me. I mean, the light didn't come on at all. But again, sometimes it could be a motion thing that sets it off, because I've noticed even in other vehicles.
Sometimes if
Thank
ESP
you.
light is showing, the speedometer is not working.
So nothing.
No.
Okay.
Even I don't know what speed I'm going on. That speedometer, which is
Right,
showing
yeah,
20,
yeah.
30,
Yep, yep,
40
yep,
speed,
sure.
it's not working that time.
And that's the electronic one, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
of
that
course.
one. I will show you which one. Is this one. If you.
Oh, sorry, I left it on you.
That's the one.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
Oh, that's all right.
This one is not working. So suppose it's a speed
Oh,
of
the
50.
Yep.
I can't see I'm on 50 or maybe 40 or I'm on 60.
Sure.
That's the main thing. And sometimes the engine light is coming, ESB light is coming, and the handbrake light is also coming.
Oh, as well.
Yes.
Sounds like there's like and from that gentleman's report, it looks like there's some sort of main connector bus sort of connection going on.
Yes.
And that can also be triggered by low voltage as well. So if the battery starts to go, then all these other faults start occurring.
We got the same problem next to 2-3 days when we bought this car. But then I called to state advisors, just putting the coolant.
Pulling the coolant. Yes, I read that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
when did you first charge it up?
First we charge it in near to my office.
So it was in the April, because it said there was a jump start in April, then there was the ignition in June, and then another jump start in August, I think.
Yes. And then 4 times is all of the sudden stop on the road.
After that. No, fair enough, especially if you've got little ones in the car.
When state come, they said go to the mechanic shop. I check why these are coming. They do the computerized
Sure,
check.
they just put up their little QED meter.
So, and you got the report, that one.
You're right.
They're saying it's, she want to get the inside.
All of our kids have grown up.
Yeah. So they gave us this report, and he said if you want to fix this one, it costs you $6,000 to $6,500. I said no.
In a car that's only worth 2.8,
So we don't want to spend $6,000. I asked him, it's risky. It's not risky. Might be it will be go if you run more. We try to drive more on weekend, but he's
probably thinking short trips will drain the battery. A long trip would recharge here. But I mean, if the diagnostician's already checked the alternator output and said that and whining as well, I think that's usually a sign the bearings are going or something like that.
He didn't tell us anything about the battery or this thing that he didn't check. But that guy, the second, if you check the second one,
in June,
because it stopped on the road, then he said. Car was driving, why it stopped on the road? Might be battery should be charged if it is working. If it is dead, like if it's
I mean, you should be able to run the car with the battery disconnected because the alternator should keep it going.
Here, definitely it's a battery problem, it's not start. Then I need to give the jump start.
And it's been sitting here for like a month anyway, hasn't it? Since April, it was mid-August, 16th of August I think was the last jump start. I'm pretty sure you. 17th of August jump start state assurance.
So that's the reason. So when he stopped, then he's like my employer Otho say no, that's not battery is not an issue, because if you are driving, alternator should be working.
Oh, of course.
So
that's what I mean. You should be able to just disconnect the battery and the car should still run because the alternator's doing its job.
So that time he suggested that mechanic just check the alternator. Might be the alternator issue. I think they have some instrument to check the alternator or maybe battery.
Sure.
He checked in their workshop, so he got the problem in the alternator, and they gave us the advice is $1,000 to repair it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Because I was just curious because you've managed to supply everything else really well. It's just there's the quotation of the $1,000 wasn't in there, which is why I asked. So that's fine.
Yeah. Because
all right.
He gave the brake like $670 for alternator and $300 for labor.
Yep. Okay. Well, leave it with me. I'll go back to John and tell him basically your point of view, because to me it's just a simple matter of listening. A lot of the time.
I know. See, doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter. Or might be else your one.
Sorry. Yep.
See, it's the money. I spent 2,800. I don't have that money. Really, I was not working that time.
Oh, you had to borrow it or something?
Yeah, from my friend. I didn't pay yet because I'm struggling from the money.
I know that
job,
feeling.
and now it's very hard to drop her in a daycare in the morning time in half an hour before I need to stop there. Then I need to go to work. It's hard for me as well.
Yeah.
So
no,
that's
for sure.
not good.
I can totally see it from your perspective.
If this car is not, we ask him, we need the reasonable car. which like we can run for daily purposes.
Sure.
He said that's a good one. He just show us the dent. Dent is another side. Maybe he didn't. At that time he didn't see. If we check, this bonnet is also changed. We didn't put it. If we
Oh,
check
okay, the colour looks different,
color
yeah.
is a different.
Yeah.
He didn't advise us this about this one. See, here is a glass is broken. He didn't advise this one also. That time for selling time, we can show these things. He just show us this that dent. I said
Okay.
that one is okay. He just show us this
They'll
one,
put
but
something,
he
yeah.
didn't advise us about this one and didn't advise this one. And after 2 and 3 days, when we got the problem, his behavior was totally changed.
That actually looks the same there, but the bumper looks different.
Yeah, I don't know what is that, but definitely
Perhaps
currently
it's had a ding sometime in its life, and it's had a touch-up paint that's not been exact or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Definitely. But he should need to advise us that time.
Okay.
So that's the main thing.
All
Now
right.
he's just sitting here.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get something sorted out before it goes through. It has to go through the Motor Vehicle Dealers Tribunal, because
And
But I don't have that kind of power or say. I'll just come and have a look, tell them what I
Yes.
see, and
now
I mean,
why it is starting, because that guy overcharged the battery.
Sure.
And my husband just took the car from and parked here because he said no, it's not safe on the road.
No, I totally get that.
It can be stopped
if it's
anywhere,
going to stop
and you're
anywhere,
stuck with your daughter.
yeah, I totally get
Yeah.
that. I've got 3 of my own, so yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not safe, don't be in it. I
Yes.
totally get that. All right, shall we head off, darling? She's enjoying the daughter too much. You're not having another one. It's just not happening. Oh, she's very good. Thank you, and I love Minnie. She's a good little mouse. All right, well, thank you very much, Neeti.
Thanks,
It was Neeti, was it Neeti?
Yes, Neeti, yes,
Thank you,
yes.
okay.
Thank you
All right.
so much. And
Yeah, hopefully
I will
we
get
can be
it.
in touch and get something sorted. All right.
Thanks for that.
All right. Bye now.
Left.
Me? I literally live in Muriwai, way over in Muriwai, but I've got to go and see a mate over in Howick. So that's when I said to John, because I was talking to him yesterday, he says, can you pop
So
round
you're-
here? And he emailed me this.
You are John's friend or?
Yeah, I don't work for him. I'm just his friend that tries, and because a lot of people, to me, like I say, it's communication. And when I'm reading things like no one's listening to each other here,
If we got this car is in like good condition, like it's running smooth, definitely we will go with John again
Sure.
to buy a new car. But
Sure.
our experience is bad now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even we called him many times, he just disconnect our phone.
Yeah.
He is not listening our problem as well.
Right.
That's a rude behavior.
yeah, no, for sure.
He
for sure.
should have
It's
to
a matter of
listen us.
customer service, isn't
Yes.
it? And listening. I
Yes.
mean, to me, I've been brought up in sales a lot. I used to work for Cash Converters PMU, ironically, many years ago. And
That's wrong attitude. He should need to listen us.
yeah, well,
Because,
that's my
like,
first point, is to listen to you.
After 2 and 3 days, when we meet him, he just go for the small ride, and
Mm-hmm.
he said, "Don't expect too much things in $2,800." I said, "Okay." I said, "Okay." But I noticed his behavior was changed. Before 2 days was different, and now it's different.
Yeah.
After that, we got the problems. We call them. If suppose I stuck in a road, I call to John or I call to state. Definitely I call to state.
Yeah, of course.
I don't call to John, please
Yeah,
look
well,
after
he's-
my car. What I will do?
yeah,
Definitely
exactly.
I need to call state.
Yes, of course. Well,
So
I mean,
if
that
we-
makes perfect sense. I
Yes.
mean, that's what they're there for. They're roadside rescuers.
Definitely.
And a lot of the
I
time you never
stuck
know
in
if
the
you can get a hold of
evening
John or
time
not.
around
so.
5:30 in my out of sight of my office. No one is there.
Yeah.
So definitely I need to call state roadside rescue to reach my home.
Sure. No, for sure. I totally get your point of view and your perspective on everything. Absolutely get it. So hopefully we can get something sorted out. I'll go and report back to him. To me, it would be a simple matter of just changing the alternator and everyone's happy. The car's running again, because if the alternator is the source of all the evil, that's what's causing the problem, then to me, just replace the thing and be done with.
Let's see, because what happened next, I'm not sure. Because
Well, of course, Gauravs, you need to talk
might
with
be
Gauravs and all of that.
more problem is coming. I'm
Sure.
not sure.
Yeah.
He should be honest with us that time.
No, fair enough. Okay then, right, well, we better get going to Howard. No problems at all. Come on, honey. Sorry, I've been yakking too much. Thank you very much. You have a good afternoon.